Shalom, fellas. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High Elohim Yahuwah through his son Yahusha. It's your brother Uncle K. You already know what time it is and you already know how we coming. Gentlemen, before we get into the video, like the video, comment down below, share the content too. And if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Now, let's get into the discussion at hand. Gentlemen, is it really worth it? 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 Holding on to your life force, is it really worth it? Making this sacrifice, is it really worth it? I feel like it's worth it. Holding on to your life force ultimately is a sacrifice, and this body is a living sacrifice unto the Most High. And honestly, it's such a pleasure to serve the Most High, to allow the Most High to sprinkle those blessings on your life, to sprinkle his protection over you, to give you that reassurance and give you that strength, give you that discipline, give you that wisdom, give you that understanding. All those things is so important, and it holds so much weight and so much value. So I feel like it's worth it. And on the flip side of that, you got to ask yourself, is it worth spilling your life force over some nonsense, over some gimmicks, over some schemes, over some wickedness? Is it really worth doing that? And I know you watching this video right now, you may be fighting right now. And trust me, it is a fight. Sometimes it's a fight because it is waves. We know in the scriptures, and we know based off of reality, that this flesh naturally wants to go against the order that the Most High has designed us to live. We know that for a fact. And by you getting on this journey, you got to understand that you are not going against the grain, but you are going against the wickedness that influenced this flesh to do those things. Because what is the wickedness that influences the flesh to do things? And that is sin. You already partake in sin. You was already born and shaped in iniquity. So that's something you got to understand. But when you get on this journey and you hold those values and those principles that the Most High has given you, and now you're gaining that understanding, you're gaining that logical mind. Because before, you had such an emotional mind that you was just so simple to react to things that you felt. And now, even though that you're feeling these things, these hormonal things going on in your body, these androgenic things, these powerful resources that the Most High has given you, now you're able to understand it and now hold value to it. So now, as a man, now you're walking with some pressure now. You bring in pressure in the environment. You bring in pressure in your household. You bring in pressure into your work environment. You bring in pressure when you step in and you want to lift some weights. Now you applying that pressure to everything in your life so you can get better and get greater gain. All by sacrificing, spilling your life force, and ultimately sinning against yourself, sinning against your own body. We know for a fact that a man of the world, you tell him, is it worth it? He's going to say, it was worth it because it felt so good. It was worth it. It was worth it. Every time they get a quick thrill, it was worth it. The thing about a man now that has separated himself from that wickedness, you have moments where you're disgusted of the things you once used to partake in. that now you have so much value that even if a glimpse of your past try to come through your memory bank, you look at it as such a filthy moment, and you're so thankful that you're not the man you used to be. And that's the mindset that a lot of y'all men gotta have. We gotta have that mindset that we never want to go back to filth, because now we hold value. The Most High is the most valuable thing in our life as men, because we know the head is Yahusha, and the head of Yahusha is Yahuwah, the Father, the Abba, the Father of all things. So it's a pleasure to serve him. It's a pleasure to do his will, even though we may do things with our own will, but we make sure that we come to him with our supplications so he could bless that will. But always reflect on the reasons why you're doing it. Always look at the angles and the avenues that you're taking, and always check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you always want to make sure that you making the right turns. And even if you had swerved and made a wrong turn, the Most High is going to tell you, nah, get off that lane and get on this lane. And that's the beautiful thing about not partaking in the activities of the flesh. That's the ultimate benefit right there, having that ultimate direction, having that step, having that guideline, walking with a vision, knowing that by you rising up every day, every morning, you giving thanks just because he raised you up with an abundance of life inside of you, abundance of ruach inside of you. You're able to feel blessed no matter what. And that's a beautiful thing. So that's why you got to check yourself. Is it worth it? Because sometimes a lot of individuals may get on something but don't know the worth of it until their back is against the wall and they never check themselves. And now they on a thin line about to wreck themselves. So you must always check yourself. Is it really worth it? Have the work that I put in, is it worth it? Have I got gains out of it? It's worth it. You don't partake in things of the ruach of the spirit and don't find pleasure in it, because it's peace. When you do things of the Most High, you find peace. When you do things with the spirit of the Most High, you find peace. And everything that you do, everything that you touch, every step that you take, you find peace. Even though you in the midst of a whole bunch of foolishness, a whole bunch of nonsense, you find peace. And yeah, it's going to upset people. People going to think to themselves, who does this man think he is? Why does he stand so upright? What's going on with this guy? Doesn't he know the world that we living in? Yeah, we know the world that we living in, but we know that we have faith. And the righteous always have faith, no matter what. You just got to make sure that you stay dedicated, determined, and consistent. Keep thriving for perfection. That's the key component right there. You got to thrive for that perfection. Because we know it's hard out here. We know it's hard out here. But when it comes to the perfection that we're looking for, it's the character. It's our demeanor, the way that we present ourselves, the things that we do when them doors are closed and these cameras are off and that phone out of your hand. It's those things that you got to make sure you have in check. The Most High is not looking on how perfect your shoes are, how clean your clothes are, how groomed you are, if you got gas in your car. He ain't worried about that. If you got your bills paid, he not worried about that. He's worried about your character and how you look at things. So make sure you know your worth. Make sure you know what you're doing is worth it too. Don't do something just because everybody else is doing it. And fellas, once again, get on that long streak, man. Get on that long streak. I'm doing it, you could do it too. If I'm doing it, if Uncle K's doing it, you could do it too. And I know a lot of men like asking me, Uncle K, how are you retaining right now and you have a wife? It's pretty simple. I'm 7 months in this journey right now. I have a son. I have to take care of my family. I can't indulge into none of this wickedness. I can't partake in that. I need my strength to make sure that I raise my son right, take care of my household. And if you have that same character and those same principles, you're going to make it far. You can make it real far. I'll never get on this camera and just lie to y'all and tell y'all, yeah, I'm on this camera, I got a wife. I waste my seed for no reason just because I'm married. Nah, that's not how I'm moving right here. That's not how I'm moving. And I want y'all to know, for the gentlemen that don't have a significant other, meaning a wife, not just a little fling, a little girlfriend. For the men that's out here hustling, doing what they gotta do, living that life of independence right now, don't have that wife next to him, Uncle K's with you. Uncle K's with you. I'm a married man, about to get on 2 years of marriage, coming this April, coming this new year. All praise to the Most High, man. All praise. Coming on 2 years of marriage, and I'm on SR for 7 months. Stay dedicated, gentlemen. I'm here for y'all. The Most High is here for you even more. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High Elohim Yahuwah through his son Yahusha. It's your brother Uncle K. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all remain peaceful, remain faithful, remain dedicated, determined, and stay consistent in all things that you got going on in your life. And always make sure that with perfect patience, you're going to get it done and you're going to see results. Just stay down for the battle, stay down for the war, and stay strong. All right, fellas. Peace.